Hello, welcome to the Diamond Award Winners webinar. Today we're happy to have Brett Gerrish, the Communications Specialist for the Michigan Manufacturing Association. They won the Diamond Award and the Best in Show Award for their social media campaign. Here to talk with us again is Brett. Brett, welcome.
Well, I'd first like to thank MSAE for providing me the chance to talk about the Michigan Manufacturers Association, our membership, and what the Diamond Award means to us. Associations exist to serve members. For the Michigan Manufacturers Association, our members are primarily manufacturers, large and small, from all regions of Michigan. They are family owned and they're large corporations. They're housed in one facility and they're spread across dozens. They employ anywhere from one employee to thousands, and they are important to the success of every community in Michigan. MMA applied for the 2014 Diamond Awards because our members deserve to be spotlighted. Anything we have achieved is because of their support. By spotlighting MMA, you spotlight an industry that employs nearly 570,000 men and women from across Michigan. The Diamond Awards are a unique way to bring awareness of an association's membership to a statewide audience. The first step to preparing a Diamond Award entry is to have something worth promoting. The Diamond Award is the result of MMA's dedication to its members. We use social media, e-publications like Quick Hits, and our now monthly MIMFG magazine to talk to our members, share information, and promote who manufacturers really are. Events like regional meetings, our CEO and Executive Forum, our Manufacturing Talent Summit, and our Manufacturing Leaders Conference provide opportunities for our members to engage with industry experts, legislators, potential partners, and other resources. If your association does something that has been well received, well attended, and garnered good word of mouth, it's worth your time to enter it for a Diamond Award. At the end of the day, associations exist to promote their members, and this is a fantastic way to do just that. As far as a few tips for people that haven't submitted or have submitted but haven't garnered the response they're hoping for, I do have a few tips for developing an entry that could be award winning. First, read the criteria. Make sure the entry fulfills the criteria. You can have the best campaign ever, but if your entry is too long, too short, too chaotic, or just doesn't fit what's being asked, it won't be read and you will have wasted your time. Also, make sure that analytics are involved in this. For our social media award, which we won the Diamond Award for a social media campaign, and we also won the overall Best in Show Award for our Manufacturing Matters social media campaign on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We made sure to specify the analytics behind it. How many people were participating, how many people were reached, what the vote counts were, all the numbers behind the success. That I believe that's really impactful to the judges when they can see that not only did this happen, but here's some facts and statistics behind it that support how successful it was. As a writer, I believe text is extremely important, but for an award-winning entry, you want to have the visuals behind it. Make sure your entry is colorful, and a vivid entry will really catch a judge's eye far more than just scrolling text. Also, simplicity. Keep the overall topic simple. The less complex, the better. Focus on an event, a newsletter, a social media campaign. There are a ton of categories for Diamond Awards, and if you have multiple things you want to submit for, that's fine, but try and keep it so that you're focusing on one category at a time with each entry. Don't make it overly complex. Utilize your staff. More than one person works on an event, a campaign, a newsletter that you put out. It should be the same for the entry to the Diamond Awards. MMA had a writer, a photographer, a graphics designer, members of our event staff, management at various levels. They were all looking at this and participating in the process of creating and developing this entry. Also, make sure it's personal. And by that I mean showcase your personality. Showcase your personality, your association's personality, and most importantly, the personality of your members. Be confident. That's the final tip, and possibly the most important. Be confident that it's a winner. If you don't believe in the entry, no judge will. For good or for bad, this is promoting you and your members. Make sure it promotes the best of both. MSAE has members that cover the full spectrum of associations in Michigan. The benefit to being able to promote our social media campaign as award-winning is more people know about MMA and manufacturers than did before. They understand more about the story behind manufacturers, why they matter, what they do, what their values are, and who they are. We're kind of a big deal has become the mantra of MMA since winning the Diamond Award. It's not about ego, it's about the significance of knowing that we're doing something right. And the Diamond Award gives us one more way to showcase that associations are there to promote the good works of their members. And when we say we're kind of a big deal, we're not talking about just MMA. We're talking about our members, manufacturers, big and small, across Michigan. We do have a few questions from our viewers. First, please share how long it took to complete the entry form. This overall process for us took about a week to a week and a half, and we kind of jumped on it at the last minute, and it's not something I'd suggest for someone starting out. You want to make sure you give yourself enough time to really develop a good entry, one that focuses on everything you want to promote and doesn't leave anything out or creating kind of near misses for the judges. You want them to see this as really an award-winning event or campaign or newsletter that you've put out. For us, it took about a week and a half. I definitely suggest looking at this a few months in advance. You know, the Diamond Awards are coming up later this year, but already you can kind of tell what the categories are going to be. You can begin developing your plan as an association for what you're doing in 2015. And if you know you're going to have a good event, a good newsletter, a magazine, a revenue aspect, start planning ahead of time to develop that as a possible Diamond Award entry. I wouldn't suggest doing anything with it until you know if it's been successful, but once you see the stats behind it, go for it. If you think it's a winner, again, the judges will. Another question, how would associations, smaller associations, work on developing an entry? MMA is kind of a medium-sized association. We've got 25 staff members, and I think our process works well regardless if you're large or small. Plan a Diamond Award entry like you would any other event. If you've got a writer, have them do the content. If you have a graphics designer, have them do the visuals. If you generally have a specific editing process, go through those processes, go through those steps. You don't want to stray too far from what's in your comfort zone. Just make this another project that you want to be as successful as possible. Are you planning on submitting a Diamond Award entry for this year? Absolutely. One thing with MMA, and I think with most associations, is if we're successful, we don't want to stop there. We want to keep going. We want to keep improving. And frankly, we want more awards. We've got a nice little display of what we won in 2014, but there's room for more. So we're definitely going to be participating again this year. We're not quite sure what we're going to be doing. Again, that falls back into we got to see what the results of the events and the magazines and everything else are for our members before we decide, is this worth the time to put it out to MSAE? We definitely think we've got some good ideas in the mix, and we're looking forward to 2015 as hopefully another award-winning year. Thank you very much to MSAE for giving us this opportunity to talk, and more importantly, for giving us the opportunity to say that we are an award-winning association. Thanks a lot.